Trump says things may change, but facts are the facts. We have who we are looking for, Trump says. He also said that he didn't want to watch the video of the shooting, that he didn't want to remember Charlie Kirk that way. And he says he heard that the video was horrific. Trump has paid tribute to him and saying he was like a son to him, a brilliant guy who helped me with TikTok, says Donald Trump, and acknowledging the difficulty of winning young voters, saying, I never seen young people go to one person like they did to Charlie. Also speaking out, saying that he hopes Kirk's killer gets the death penalty, and saying Kirk was the finest person and he didn't deserve this. Donald Trump also says that he was told that the suspect was in custody just 5 minutes before he walked in for that Fox and Friends interview. So this has literally, it seems, just come to the attention of the White House there, a suspect being taken in. And Reuters also reporting that a suspect in the shooting is in the custody of Utah state law enforcement, according to a source familiar with the operation now. So Utah state authorities potentially, obviously, that's where the focus was for this huge manhunt. And we should obviously just say that any suspect in custody is just that, only a suspect. The full criminal process has to unfold, charges, and then a trial before anyone is convicted. So perhaps there might be some comment on the fact that Donald Trump is making these comments, even though the suspect has only been taken into custody. But Donald Trump clearly expressing very strong emotions too on Charlie Kirk. Well, if we want to just remind ourselves a bit about who Charlie Kirk was, if you're just joining us, he was only 31 years old and he'd become one of the most important and influential conservative activists and media figures in America. But where did he come from? What exactly did he believe? Well, born in Chicago in 1993, he first rose to prominence when he was 18, co-founding Turning Point USA, which advocates for right-wing politics at high schools, colleges and universities. He quickly became a huge supporter of Trump and was a regular visitor to the White House during both Trump terms. He was anti-transgender, sceptical about the COVID pandemic, and backed Trump's false claims about the 2020 presidential election. He was very much pro-gun and had this to say about the Second Amendment that guarantees the right to bear arms. It's worth it to have a cost of, and fortunately some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment. Well, Charlie Kirk actively campaigned for Donald Trump in 2024 and was credited with helping to register tens of thousands of new voters and flipping Arizona for Trump. Many of Charlie Kirk's views were controversial. Let's hear from him.
My position on abortion is unpopular in my country.
If you want,
I don't want to scare you guys too much. I am in the vast minority of my own political party on this issue. Proudly, because I'm morally correct. I'm on the right side of history. When all the chips are down and when all the biology is settled, it will be very simple and very clear that we have made every excuse in the book to try to eliminate life smaller than us for simply inconveniences. We have all intents to march every way through the institutions, from the cultural places of power and eventually political, to abolish abortion in America. Trump has ordered DEI to be torn down, but I want him to tear it down faster. I want every university told that they're losing all federal dollars immediately if they don't stop racial discrimination. I want the Department of Justice to start auditing every federal contractor to find DEI and shut off contracts immediately wherever we find it. This is a kind of cancer that cannot be phased out. It must be ripped out from the core. The same goes for the toxic social contagion of transgenderism. In Joe Biden's America, public schools and medical organizations were co-opted into endorsing.
We should have an honest and clear reductionist view of gun violence, but we should not have a utopian one. You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. Wow. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational.
Charlie Kirk there speaking a flavour of some of his views there that had been very influential in winning political support for Donald Trump. Well, if you're just joining us, just to let you know that the president has been giving a live interview to Fox News, and he has said that a suspect in the shooting is in custody.